We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't decided anything. We used to write ARN topics on a wall or on a little whiteboard before we would talk about them. We didn't write anything down, so here we go. One thing that's kind of funny is I turned 35 this month, and that's the year the Buddha got fully enlightened, so I have less than a month to become fully enlightened. Or the...
to match the Buddha, cuz.
Yeah. Just because. The one thing that I think is kind of funny is regarding age-related stuff is how, say in China, for example, I think they, like when you're born, you're 1 year old, like because that's the year you're in, it's your first year. Where in like most of the rest of the world, you become 1 year old after you've lived for 1 year.
Or 9 months at least, or I like I know what you're saying, but it shouldn't be 9 months actually. So they'd be like in China it should be 9 months, like they were born at 9 months because it's not quite a year.
What are you? Why
like
9 months? What is the 9 for?
Well, because the pregnancy takes 9 months.
Oh no, like
so like wouldn't be
like when you're born.
Yeah.
You're 1 year old because it's your first year.
Oh.
And then when you're, like, if you're a 5-year-old...
I thought you were saying they already had, like, almost a year, because they were...
No. I was like, why not 12? Because there's 12 months of year. No, if you're 5 years old, that means you're in your 5th year. To us, you would say the person is 4 years old.
Yeah.
And then when you're completed your 5th year, then you turn 5.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, a different way that you can, suddenly the number is slightly off, but it's accurate both ways. It just depends how you want to look at it. But I was talking to my boss today, and I was just joking. He was, I can't remember what he was talking about, but I was just laughing at the end on how even when I'm like 150 years old, I'll still probably be the healthiest person I've ever met in my life. And we started to talk about just like, what do you do? What do you do for that? And how literally all health-related stuff it has to start with like consciousness and energy and light and all that. Like it starts there, just like pretty much everything else in the whole world. It starts with being, like the state that it is, and then it turns into something like your mind and your mental attitude determines a bunch of stuff, and then it becomes physical. So like it's the same way of like people who have better health in whatever way, almost like just placebo effect, has even they've done tests with like gluten related things where you have people who actually have a gene that makes it that they have trouble with gluten, and people don't have that gene, and then you have them all do like a bunch of workouts and stuff, and you tell the group that doesn't have that gene that they have the gene and they struggle with gluten, and then you tell the other group that their gene helps them against gluten instead of being struggle with it, and the group that doesn't have the gene that actually makes them struggle with gluten struggles with it more because they think it does. And like just how that is in every single possible medical or physical or nutritional or anything really related field is the mind does more work than anything physical actually can. So it's like, what do you do to be healthy or to be happy or anything like that? And it's like as simple as if you wake up in the morning and you be like, I want to be happy today, and you decide to be happy today. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to be happy today. Yeah, let's do this. You've effectively directed the entire electromagnetic field around you to align and reorient itself to do that, including every cell in your entire body, which is what all the nutrition and physical input and like exercise and everything would be for. You've aligned all of that to do exactly that, to be happy, to be healthy, to be functional. And all you did was be like, I'm going to be like this because I want to be like this. And then that's like the actively, like happiness is an action. It's not an automatic, like you do something and then you laugh. Like if you're doing that, that's based on reaction, whatever. But you could laugh all the time if you wanted. Like if you had the enough clarity and you just practiced it enough because it's a skill to just be happy.